Did you see that video I did yesterday? Like, those posters were so crooked, man. Like, oh my god. Like, yeah, so I had to fix that because that was terrible. Anyway, so it's not what we're here for, obviously. So what we are here for is this box down here. Pull this guy out, that one right there. Maybe you saw it before on the Instagram. Maybe you didn't. Anyway, so I honestly don't remember what's in here. I remember the color. I remember that, but now I'm curious, right? So let's find out together, shall we? Not a whole lot to really say about this. I think it was just something that I bought at normal price. Well, like no, I mean, it had like a little percentage off or whatever, but it wasn't like on sale or anything. I don't think. Okay, cool. So let's get this going. Right here, see that? It's an Air Max 270 box. Now it's all coming back to me, right? So let's show you the side also, right there. See, now we're all on the same page. Now I know what we're talking about. And I gotta say, I'm curious to see how these look up close in person. I've only seen one pair, and I think that was the pair my sister bought. Yeah, anyway. Oh, wow, that is nice. Alright, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This right here, the the React 270, right? So what colorway is this? This is Hyper Jade Frosted Spruce. So there you go, Hyper Jade Frosted Spruce. Strange name to me for colors, that is, but I guess I kind of see it. I mean, I see the jade color, and I'm guessing one of these other colors is the spruce color, maybe? I don't really know, but let's get the other pair out too, so we can talk about that. Make sure everything looks like it's supposed to look, and then we'll get into review mode real quick. Knock that thing out. Won't be super fast because they usually aren't, but if you do want some super fast reviews, 5-minute sneaker TV, dude's all over it. Super thorough, super short. I don't know how he does it, and I watch the videos. I see it happening. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Yeah. So here we go. Now that I've got these both out here, looking over them, make sure everything's on the up and up. Now it's review time. So, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Air Max 270 React in the Hyper Jade and Frosted Spruce colorway. So, I haven't really looked at a pair of these up close, but one thing that I have noticed is that some of them aren't translucent on the upper, but we'll get into that in a minute here. So, sit this guy down and pull this out just for a second here. So, do this like we normally do, start with the bottom. So, here, this is the main thing about the shoe, right? It's the React midsole up here. You got the big 270 style bubble over here. It actually looks like it might be about the same size as a 270 bubble. The only thing that makes the 270 bubble look a little bigger is that the bubble, well, the plastic extends pretty high onto the back of the shoe, but if you look closely, you'll see where the bubble stops. That's on the actual standard 270s. On these, though, they show you just the bubble, and I'm guessing it probably goes up just a little bit into this layer, but they went without that look on these. And then, again, like I said, on the front, you have the typical React. So I'm curious how these will play out working together. And then on the bottom, on the outsole, that is a really nice color there. This kind of like a turquoise, or maybe that's Frosted Spruce, or maybe it's Hyper Jade. Either way, that color on the bottom, really liking that. It sucks that it's gonna just get trashed like the first time I wear these, but you know, it's a risk I'm willing to take because I want to see how the shoes fit, how they feel when I walk around and all that good stuff. But I do like it, and you know, as usual, it feels super cushiony, at least on the front side. The back, often with air bubbles, they can take a little bit of working in or breaking in to get where you really want them, but I'll have to talk about that in a bit when I try them on. Moving past that to the upper here, it kind of feels like felt or something. Like this color, or not this color, but this material right here and what's around the lacing system and all that, it kind of feels like felt. I think that's the word I'm looking for. But it's not bad. I mean, it's just a little different. I didn't know what it was going to be going into it, but I see it now. And I wonder if how that's going to feel as far as warmth in the shoe, because summertime, these look like a summertime shoe, right? And one thing you don't want in the summer is warm shoes. At least I don't. Anyway, so you got that. You got some different layers going on here. Like a bit of a lighter color. Mostly on the upper. With a bit of a blue down at the bottom. Just to throw things off just a little bit. It all plays together very nicely though. And then like I was saying here, you have the translucent upper like you see on the React Element 270s. So kind of a nice touch. I do like that. It's part of the reason that I wanted a pair of these, honestly. And then same thing with those. The lacing around the lacing, it's very much the same. It's got that piece of cloth that's kind of like laid down and then the stitching through it to have the lace holes popping up. So it looks better on this pair than it does on the Element 87s though. It looks like it's, or either that or I'm just so used to seeing it now, but I feel like it's just done better on here. And I guess, okay, that's just how that is. It's not all the way sewn down, but that's just the design of the shoe. It's not a defect, I can tell. It's just how they decided to do it. So kind of a strange thing in my opinion. And then on the tongue, it's a pretty soft tongue. And then at the top it just says, was it Air 270 React? So there you have it. And then with a Nike React on the side. So overall, not a bad shoe. I bought these and I had a bit of a poll going up on Instagram a while ago on if I should get these or this other color that was mostly darker blue. In the end, it's likely that I'll have both, but I'm gonna see how this pair works out for me before I go jumping into buying others. Because we've all been there, you know, you buy something in a couple colors and then you realize that, these don't fit how I thought they would, or they're not as comfortable as I wanted them to be. You know, I'm trying to avoid that. Make some smart decisions. Be like a responsible adult. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so this right here, I'm gonna go try these on real quick, see how that works out for me, and then I'll let you know. Alright, cool. Real quick before we get into the sizing and everything, on the insoles there's a slight difference. They both say Nike Air, but this just like the coloring is a little different. This one's kind of green with some yellow letters. Well, yeah. And this one's orange. I guess the lettering is the same. It's just that the insole colors are different. So here you go. A little side-by-side comparison there. I don't know how well that's coming out on the camera, but anyways, that's how that's looking. So that being that, set this guy up here real quick and talk about how these fit. All right. So here's the thing. I bought these in a 9 because I always buy Nikes in a 9, and that's generally what works out for me. So these feel just fine. They do feel a little snug, kind of like I don't know. There was some pair of Air Max 1s I had a while ago that, for whatever reason, they also, you know how sometimes you buy the same model, but this colorway and this other colorway don't quite fit the same. It was one of those situations. But anyways, these fit just a little snug. I'm gonna think that these might need just a little bit of breaking in or whatever. And it wasn't bad. I mean, I'm fine with this. I don't know that I'd say to go up a half size, but just kind of, you know, as a fair warning, you might want to try them on before you go and buy them. So I'll probably, if I'm in a store that has some, I'll probably try a 9.5 to see how it fits. But every time I've done that in the past, the 9.5 has been like putting your foot in like a Kleenex box, and it's just not cool for me. Anyways, so moving on past that, the fit, the sizing, that's what you guys want to hear. So 9 works out true to size. That's what I'm going to suggest, but try for yourself. The comfort, all that stuff, solid. Like I mean, obviously I only wore these just walking around here in the living room a little bit, but they felt really nice. They did. So I'm curious to see how they hold up over time, you know, like as I wear them maybe through like a weekend or whatever the case might be. But as it stands right now, I am on board with buying more of these. And when Nike starts flooding the colorways into the stores and those discounts start rolling around, that's probably when I'll be taking advantage. So we'll see how everything plays out. But really, that's about it as far as like the review and everything goes. I don't have anything else to say. I don't have anything else to say, do I? So there you go. I'll see you guys soon again with another video, I think. Something shipped recently and should be here, let's see, I'm guessing maybe Wednesday? Wednesday sounds about right. So we'll see. Also, as a follow-up for those that saw my little rant about Vans customer service the other day. They got back to me, and after I talked to like a different person or two or whatever, they were like, well, we can refund you the shipping price. And I'm like, okay, well that's fine, you know. So they did that, and I'm cool with it, but still it's like I had to jump through multiple people to get to that point. And that's kind of the problem. And the fact that they sold me something that wasn't what they sold me. That's also a problem. Anyways, this right here. This is what I've shown off, and I'm done. So, see you guys later.